This may be the smoking gun you've been looking for in favoritism in social media coverage, but it may not be held by the person you think it should be if you choose a side in various things. This side is for the Israeli-Gaza conflict, and a recent BBC investigation has revealed that Facebook significantly restricted reach of Palestinian news in the early days of that conflict, while letting conflict from Israeli sources be basically regular or actually get a bump because of the lack of the other side. The analyst saw that over 100,000 posts from 20 prominent Palestinian news organizations showed a 77% drop in user interactions since the onset of the Gaza war. That means there's less Palestinian news or news source news out there, whether you agree what they're saying or not. With the vacuum of that side, there's obviously more, even if they keep the level at a level pace, for things on Israeli status-based news organizations. Internal documents also show that the Instagram's algorithm also modified its intensity scrutiny, specifically to Palestinian users, leading to reduced visibility in their content during those days as well. Meta, Facebook's parent company, acknowledged implementing temporary product policy measures during the conflict, but denied intentionally suppressing any Palestinian voices in the process. The investigation highlights big concerns, and potential biases in content moderation, especially during critical geopolitical events, and underscores the need for transparency in how social media platforms manage and disseminate news content. This may also be a big reason why Mr. Zuckerberg is spending a lot of time, a lot of money to prop up things going forward in the new administration, as Republicans and the MAGA world have been very vocal in saying they have been shadow banned and basically kicked out of social media, to include building their own social media platforms to various points of actual success. Your mileage may vary on that one. But Facebook particularly got caught with their hands in a cookie jar, downplaying Palestinian news. That does not mean they downplayed any, did a job of downplaying any truth or any actually, fake news in that case. That means they just cut the sources that were from Palestine. So you don't get a fair representation of who got cut going forward. In terms, the Israelis had no significant cuts in their actual coverage. So whatever they wanted to put out from a source was fine, whether it was truth or not. This is something, like I said, dealing with local us politics, where it's been quite some time with the social media, which blows up because Auntie Bertha saw this thing on the TikTok and is trying to tell you that it's true, when you try to say, no, ma'am, somebody just made that up and they said that was false. And she says, nope, that's the lamestream media saying that stuff. They're all liars. That lady on TikTok told me what was true. It gets really deep and detailed in your family situation, especially in the holidays here, where you're near a lot more family these days, and people are sort of literally pushing away on purpose to not be near folks because they don't want to have these conversations. In the past, they'd have the conversations and just yell at each other. Now we're trying not to. And it may be because we think or fear what may happen in the next administration. That's an overarching thing on that end. And the next administration is also going to push to make sure that there's more freedom of speech, your mileage may vary, in things on social media, which are pushed by clicks and basically bad things. People want to see bad things. Those are things that push the agendas and push the algorithms. What do you think about this one specifically? About Palestinian news being boycotted, for lack of a better word, over Israeli news, and maybe you believe it should have, because you believe the Palestinian news is biased towards Palestinians and was saying lies. Or maybe you're on the other side, where many people are, and are just calling it another way to be oppressed by the Israelis who are overstepping their bounds. And they deserved their life, but, don't deserve to be able to punish and push all people around because they exist. Your mileage and your comments may vary, so let's see them for this video.